I'm excited. Really unique experience coming up today on Golf Getaway. I'm with John McLennan. He's a world-renowned Kiwi scientist. Is that right, John?
Yep, something like that, Andrew. And right now we're going to go and track a baby Kiwi here at Cape Kidnappers. It's a little fella called Bean Sprout. It's about 4 weeks old, and it's been on this, it wasn't hatched on this property, but it was brought in here, and we're going to see how well it's doing today.
And how are we going to do that with this thing?
Well, little Bean Sprout's got a radio transmitter on its leg, and this equipment, if we just follow it, we can get led right to where it is, and we need to weigh and measure this bird. And we want to see if it's getting close to 1 kilo in weight, because when it reaches that magical weight, we are going to send it back home. So it's just a temporary resident here in this reserve.
So you babysit it and then send it off?
That's perfect. We babysit it. We nurse it through its most vulnerable stage of life. Okay, it's going to be, it's somewhere, I think, in there. So we'll just come around and have a look here. Come along and meet Bean Sprout. There he is.
Hello. Wow, he's bigger than, for a 4-week-old, he's pretty big, isn't he?
He's pretty big, and as you can see, he's actually, he looks like an adult Kiwi, but he's totally in miniature. So if it was full grown, it would be about 4 or 5 times the size. But you can see that it's got adult plumage, and even at this young age, it lives entirely by itself. Doesn't need his parents' help at all to survive.
And what does he eat?
He eats little grubs and insects that it finds out on the forest floor at night.
Yeah.
And it's entirely nocturnal, so it would normally just sleep during the day.
Right.
So it's going to be on this property probably for about another 4 or 5 weeks. And it lives here in real safety because there's been a lot of predator control around here, and there are almost no stoats. So this little guy's got an incredibly good chance of surviving, whereas in most parts of New Zealand, most of these little guys are killed in their first 100 days of life. People call this New Zealand's honorary mammal because it's a bird that behaves like a mammal. So when you look at it, it's got those pronounced ears behind its eyes,
Right.
and it's got those little cat-like whiskers, and right at the tip of its bill it's got nostrils, and it's the only bird in the world with nostrils like that. And it sniffs out its food, so like a mammal, it's got a very good sense of smell. Most birds don't. So to all intents and purposes, it lives the life of a mammal, and that's why it's called New Zealand's honorary mammal. And that's why it's a world treasure, because there is absolutely nothing else like it anywhere else in the world that resembles a Kiwi. And that's why we've got to go to great trouble to try and save them, because if they're lost here from New Zealand, the only place they're found, they are lost entirely from the world.
Absolutely.
So, yep, we've got to look after them.